entrepreneurs, artists, and creators. This is Dave with Founder Dojo. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you about a really simple but really powerful concept that will help you create more of what you're looking for and could possibly be the missing ingredient and the key that will help you find startup success. So let's get into it. Reality that we create is really a reflection. It's a reflection of what we have going on inside. And you probably heard this before. It's a spiritual and metaphysical concept, but it's absolutely true. And so a lot of times what happens to us when we're experiencing something we don't want, we see this reflection in the mirror, and this reflection is our reality that we're experiencing, but we don't quite realize that it's a reflection. And if we don't like what we see, we try to change the reflection, go up to the mirror and try to change what's happening there physically by touching the mirror. But we don't realize that this image in the mirror is just a reflection of what's going on inside. So I wanted to keep this in mind. There's this concept called the mirror principle. And what most people do is they create by default, not knowing that they're controlling this reflection. And so the process they normally follow is kind of in these red numbers. So they'll start down here and they'll have an observation like, hey, things aren't really going the way I planned. I have a lot of things in my life that I wanted to create that I'm just not experiencing. I would like to have more money. I would like to have more health. I would like to have a six-pack abs. I would like to have a better relationship. I would like to have a fast car and a pretty wife, all this stuff, whatever it is. So we're in this red step number one. We're observing that these things are not here, that they're not in our experience. We're in the vibration of the lack. And so that reflects back on us, and we start to get this internal feeling that, wow, I really can't get what I want. I'm not getting what I want. Maybe it's because I'm not good enough. Maybe it's because I'm not talented enough. Maybe it's because I'm not working hard enough. Maybe it's because I don't have the right contacts. I wasn't born under the right star. I don't have the right this, that, or the other thing. So I start to get this image of myself that's not really what I want and not really consistent with who I am. And so because I create that image, my reflection then has no choice but to reflect this image. So now I'm going to create a reflection of not good enough, of not having what I want, of all these things. And then that reflection, of course, leads to more observations of the things that I don't want. So you can see this, it's a vicious cycle that keeps going around and around. And the reason it's happening is that people don't understand how powerful they are. They don't understand that they're creating their own reality. They don't understand how this mirror works. So instead of doing it that way, you can flip the script. And you're in complete control, and everyone has an ability to do this. So instead of following the red numbers, let's follow the black numbers. Start with the image. Start with the image of what's going on inside with you. And we talk about your vibration. Everybody's putting out a certain frequency into the universe. And it's based on your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, and your actions. So if you think you're good enough, you'll have those thoughts. If you think you can create your own reality, you'll have these thoughts. If you think that everything's working out for you, then you'll have those thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions will align. So this is internal work. This is getting aligned with yourself. And there's lots of ways to do that I'm not going to get into in this video, but this is where the work starts, is tuning your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions to be in alignment with who you are and with the kind of reality you want to experience. So once you do that, the mirror has no choice but to reflect that image. So in other words, if you're standing in front of the mirror and the reflection is frowning and you want it to smile, and you say, hey, reflection, I would like you to smile. I don't like this frowning face. Go ahead and smile. You're waiting for the reflection to smile. Well, you're going to wait there a very long time because the reflection is just a reflection. The only way you can get that reflection to smile is for you to smile first. So this is the idea. You have to smile first. You have to smile first because it's just a better way to be. And then your reflection has no choice but to follow. Now, the thing to keep in mind is there's a lag. In reality, it doesn't happen instantly like it would in a real mirror. There's usually a lag that occurs. So you shouldn't expect to see it instantly. But if you keep this image vibrating in this certain vibration, it will have to reflect. There's just no other way around it. So once that reflection happens, then of course you'll start to see things in your reality that will be in alignment with that reflection. And the key thing to realize is that it's not going to happen exactly as you planned. It's not going to happen right away, but you will start to see movement. You will start to see these little things that will appear in your reality that sometimes seem to come out of nowhere. And they might be the smallest things, but they're more in alignment with the reality that you want to create that's consistent with your internal image than it was before. And the thing to do is to appreciate that, to take the energy of that, appreciated thing that has occurred and focus on that, because that will create more energy and more momentum for those types of things, which will reinforce your image that, yeah, good things do happen to me, which will create another reflection that's aligned with that image, and then more observations, more things, more confirmations of things happening in reality. And that's how it works. And these things that are happening in reality, they really confirm that there's an inner shift that's happened. And when you experience them, it's very exciting. Like one example, I had an idea to start doing innovation consulting work again. And I just had this notion, and I started thinking about it last night. I've been kind of mulling this over for a while, but last night it got really intense in terms of the, desire and what I was thinking of the potential for that business and what that could do for our startup studio and all of that. And then this morning, like out of the blue, I got an email from someone that I talked to 8 months ago about this idea, and it was a request for a meeting. So this literally happened without any effort on my part, just by aligning that image, that internal thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions within, and the mirror reflected it, and now things are starting to move, right? And so what I try to do, and what I think works well, is to focus on that appreciation that this person's interested, and so let's schedule a call, let's talk about it, how can I help? You want to take that observation, that thing that has manifested based on your image, and appreciate it, and offer a sense of, wow, this is awesome. And that builds momentum, and then that gets the process rolling. So this is a very simple principle, a very powerful principle. You can apply it to anything that you want in your life. And so give it a shot and check it out, and let me know what your experience has been. Thank you.